the first film's release in 1985, Back to the Future and its subsequent sequels have been a vital source of inspiration for dozens of time travel films, and have been referenced and parodied countless times.
If I'm gonna make a time machine, it's got to be iconic!
Part of the reason these films have had such an impact on sci-fi cinema is due to their clear, yet complex use of time travel logic. One of the best parts of that logic comes in the use of its alternate timelines. The film series begins in 1985, where aspiring rock star Marty McFly and his parents live in Hill Valley. Marty's dad George is first shown as a timid man who is ordered around by his longtime bully, Biff.
Hello, anybody home? Think, McFly, think!
Marty's siblings, Dave and Linda, are shown as being underachievers in both their work and love lives.
We all make mistakes in life, children.
God damn it, Andre.
David, watch your mouth!
By the end of the film, these characters are completely transformed by Marty's actions in 1955. So what does Marty change? These changes may begin small, but we soon learn that they have major impact on his future. One instance of this is when he first lands back in 1955 and runs over a farmer's pine tree, and in doing so changes the moor's name from Twin Pines to Lone Pine. Marty, for his time-travelling excursions, is also able to warn Doc Brown of his death in the future.
I have to tell you about the future!
This means that when Libyan terrorists turn up in 1985, Doc Brown can be prepared. Some of the biggest changes to Marty's life are those to his family. Marty's dad, George McFly, is no longer the timid man he remembers and now oozes confidence and success.
Marty? George!
He has now become an acclaimed sci-fi writer, having drawn inspiration from a certain visitor in his past.
My name is Darth Vader.
And has found a new sense of confidence from standing up to Biff in his teenage years. Biff has now become the timid one as the roles are reversed.
Mr. McFly, I meant I was just starting on the second go.
Yeah, Biff, what a character.
Marty's siblings are also transformed. Instead of working at Burger King, Dave is now working in an office, and former singleton Linda is now going on frequent dates.
What the hell is this?
Breakfast.
At first glance, this might seem like a dream life for Marty, but this becomes a much darker prospect when you remember that Marty doesn't actually know these people in this reality. Just as Marty settles into his new life, he is sent on another adventure with Doc Brown.
It's your kids, Marty. Something has got to be done about your kids.
Part 2 shows us 2015, a future of flying cars, self-fitting clothes and hoverboards.
Boy, Mom, you sure can.
And we get a glimpse of a future Marty who has a life that mirrors George's in the original 1985 timeline. Doc Brown gives some essential timeline rules in this film and explains the dangers of bringing future knowledge to the past and how alternate timelines actually work.
To you, me, and Einstein, but reality for everyone else.
Old Biff, however, chooses to bypass all of these rules and as such creates a nightmarish timeline where he has become a millionaire and Hill Valley has been turned into a violent dystopia. The second visit to 1955 is one of the film's most interesting timelines, as we now have two Martys running around in the past. This means that we see a number of sequences from the previous film from new perspectives.
That in writing.
The final set of timeline alterations come when Marty heads to 1885 to save the Doc yet again from an imminent death. In the third film we get more fun with time travel, and the Old West setting is used to great effect. Here we see Doc Brown able to use his future knowledge yet again to help shape the best possible future for himself, and Marty gets to have a whole lot of fun being a cowboy. The Back to the Future trilogy is still one of the most interesting and entertaining film trilogies to make use of time travel, and it's still just as great now as it was when it was first released. Looking for more sci-fi content? Subscribe now for more videos like this one, and listen to the Journey Through Sci-Fi podcast at journeythroughscifi.com.